All right, let's jump right into this explainer. I want you to try and imagine reading a brilliantly complex book, but you're forced to look at just one single word at a time through a tiny little magnifying glass. You read the, then quick, then brown, and you're just constantly struggling because by the time you actually reach the end of a long sentence, you've completely forgotten how it even began. It's exhausting, it's incredibly slow, and making sense of the broader context is basically impossible. Well, welcome to our explainer on what is easily one of the most foundational papers in modern AI. Attention is all you need.
That frustrating one-word-at-a-time bottleneck I just mentioned, that is exactly how early artificial intelligence processed language. It relied on what we called recurrent neural networks, or RNNs. And because of their recurrent nature, they had to read sequentially. Word 1, then word 2, then word 3. This inherent sequential setup meant parallelization was totally off the table. You couldn't just throw more compute at it to speed up reading different parts simultaneously. And the memory constraints made long sequences a total nightmare. But what if we didn't have to read sequentially? What if machines could somehow grasp the entire context all at once?
So, in 2017, researchers at Google Brain and Google Research dropped a paper proposing a totally radical shift. They said, let's just discard that slow, sequential reading entirely. No more recurrence, no more convolutions. Instead, they proposed feeding the entire sequence into the model simultaneously using a brand new architecture they dubbed the transformer. It relies completely on an attention mechanism to draw those global dependencies between input and output, just totally eliminating the need for step-by-step reading.
Now, the blueprint of the transformer might look a bit intimidating at first glance. It's got all these boxes and arrows. But what it beautifully illustrates is this elegant shift away from slow recurrence and straight into highly efficient, parallelized processing. Notice there are absolutely no loops feeding back into themselves like you'd see in an RNN. Instead, you basically have two main sections. The encoder stack on the left takes in the raw input and processes its context all at once. Then, the decoder stack on the right takes that rich combined context and generates the final output. Data just flows straight up through these stacked layers. This allows the machine to process massive chunks of information simultaneously instead of getting bogged down in a sequential loop.
The absolute secret sauce making this parallel processing work is something called self-attention. Think of self-attention like being at a really loud, chaotic dinner party. You can hear everyone talking at once. That's the parallel processing part. But you intuitively focus only on the specific voices that give crucial context to your own conversation, just naturally filtering out the rest. The model does exactly this, but with words. It looks at every single word in a sentence simultaneously and calculates which other words are most relevant to understanding its meaning, completely regardless of how far apart they are in the actual text.
To pull off this dinner party effect, the architecture uses queries, keys, and values to figure out exactly what to pay attention to. It's a bit like a search engine. The query is what you're actively looking for, the keys are like the article titles you scan, and the values? Those are the actual contents of the articles that match your search. Now, standard attention does this search once, but here's where it gets truly fascinating. Instead of just listening with one single perspective, the transformer uses multi-head attention to literally split its focus and run this search multiple times concurrently.
By running 8 of these parallel attention layers, or heads, the model doesn't just look at one type of relationship between words. It projects the information through completely different conceptual lenses. This means the model can simultaneously understand entirely different contexts of the very same sentence. For instance, maybe one head acts as the grammar expert, checking how nouns and verbs connect. Meanwhile, another head is analyzing the emotional tone, and a third is figuring out the physical location being described. All these separate heads are grinding away in parallel. And the craziest part? Because they strategically reduce the size of the data each head processes, the total computational cost is practically the same as just doing it once. It's wild. The efficiency is literally built right into the design.
But wait, this brings up a massive structural problem, right? If you process a whole paragraph in one massive parallel sweep instead of word by word, you have to somehow map out the missing order. Otherwise, the words just become a jumbled mess. Think about it. A sentence like, "The dog chased the cat," looks exactly the same to the machine as "the cat chased the dog" if it doesn't understand the sequence. If you throw out step-by-step reading, you risk throwing out the plot entirely.
To solve this, the researchers came up with positional encoding.
Since the model has zero recurrence and zero convolutions, they had to artificially inject information about where every token sits relative to the others. They did this by essentially handing out highly sophisticated, time-stamped page numbers using sine and cosine functions. These form this geometric progression that gets summed directly with the input embeddings at the very bottom of the stacks. What this does is ensure the model mathematically never loses the structural sequence, even when it's reading everything in an absolute instant.
So you combine self-attention, multi-head attention, and positional encoding, and the result was nothing short of a massive leap forward. When they took this elegant parallelized architecture and tested it on standard, highly complex machine translation tasks, specifically the WMT 2014 English to German and English to French datasets, the results completely shattered existing records across the board. Check this out. For the English to German translation task, the big transformer model achieved a breathtaking 28.4 BLEU score. For some context, BLEU is basically the gold standard metric for evaluating machine-translated text. A score of 28.4 didn't just inch past the competition, it improved over the absolute best existing results, including massive ensembles of models working together, by more than 2 full points. That is a staggering jump in quality in the machine learning world, where researchers will normally fight tooth and nail for mere fractions of a point.
And here's the real kicker. It didn't just translate more accurately, it did so with unbelievable computational efficiency. That big transformer model achieved that massive 28.4 score while matching or even beating the computational efficiency of the heavily engineered, complex, heavyweight models of the time. Think about that for a second. They got a significantly better result without needing to burn through more computational power. Even their smaller base model surpassed all previously published models at just a mere fraction of the standard training cost.
To put that speed into perspective, for the English to French task, their big model established a brand new single-model state-of-the-art score of 41.0 after training for just 3.5 days. And it did this using only 8 standard GPUs, 3.5 days. Prior to this, training top-tier models took immensely more time and, frankly, a ridiculous amount of hardware resources. The parallelization unlocked by self-attention made it incredibly fast to train, completely redefining what was possible on a tight timeline. The authors knew exactly what they had unlocked here. In their conclusion, they dropped this profound quote: "We plan to extend the transformer to problems involving input and output modalities other than text." They explicitly predicted that this ability to parallelize context wouldn't just stop at text translation. They saw the potential to apply this parallel processing powerhouse to massive inputs like images, audio, and video. And, looking at the AI landscape today, we know for a fact they were absolutely right.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. What actually becomes possible when artificial intelligence breaks completely free from the limits of sequential generation? The shift from RNNs to transformers wasn't just a minor software upgrade, it was a fundamental reimagining of how machines process information. So the next time you see an AI effortlessly grasp the deep nuance of a massive, complex prompt, remember this explainer. It all started with this paper when we finally taught AI how to stop reading word by word and gave it the power to see the whole picture all at once.